Does the Uncharted movie prove that video games shouldn't be adapted to film, or is it the exception to the rule? Let's find out. What is going on, you guys? My name is Ben James, and welcome to my review of the second live-action adaptation of the Uncharted games. Now, a lot of you are probably saying, yo, this is the first adaptation. What are you saying? Now, I actually gotta tell you that you're wrong, because we had an adaptation of the Uncharted games 4 years ago on a YouTube video, kind of as like a fan film. And in this fan film, we had Nathan Drake, played by Nathan Fillion, which was a lot of people's choice when we thought of who was gonna play Nathan Drake on the big screen. Now, I will say that fan film feels like a shot-for-shot recreation of the game, but just on the big screen. And I am going to be linking that below in the description, so go check that out when you get the chance. As for Uncharted 2022, we have Tom Holland starring as Nathan Drake and Mark Wahlberg as Victor Sullivan, aka Sully. Now, it feels to me that the DNA of this film has Uncharted 1 through 4 written all over it. The start of this film is very similar to Uncharted 2, how they pull you in with an action scene right away. But then, of course, we have literally scenes from Uncharted 3 put into this film, which makes me believe that they took all the great parts of the Uncharted franchise, threw them in a blender, blended them all together, and was like, hey, hopefully it's a coherent story and it's fun to watch. I always try to view these adaptations separately from the source material, like its own little thing. And I think that is the best way to view this film. You know, obviously we'll have the points in the film where we're pointing like Leo, being like, hey, I understood that reference. And we do have one of my favorite cameos of all time in this film. Now, I'm telling you right now, if you're going into this film expecting an Uncharted game, but on the big screen, you're going to be disappointed. Doing my best to avoid spoilers, we had some great antagonists in this film, and also the character introductions feel organic to the story. Something that I like that others may not is that we do not start off with these characters how they are in the games. I think this is done on purpose because I believe this is going to be a franchise hopefully aiming to create many sequels in the future where these characters do become how they are in the video games. And I think seeing these characters on the screen evolve into what we have played as is better and more rewarding than just getting them right off the bat. With this being said, I know that hardcore fans, though, are not going to like this, and it's going to take them right out of the film. And I will say, the cast at times feels a little too far from the source material, and it feels like I'm just watching another adventure movie with Tom Holland and Mark Wahlberg. But my biggest complaints come from just adventure movie tropes where we have problems with pacing, and also our characters are jumping all over the globe and it can be kind of jarring at times. There are attempts of twists that don't miss, but don't really hit like they should, because these characters kind of forget about them in the next couple of scenes. What I did appreciate about this film that origin stories usually get wrong is that they usually try to explain every little aspect of the character, whether it's explaining how Indiana Jones got his hat or how Han Solo got his name. This film does a great job of not hitting you across the face with these revelations, and it's more of just like a natural progression of the character. Now, overall, if you're able to come into the theater and separate this from the games and just appreciate these characters being back on the screen, I think you will enjoy this film. As a film itself, I'm going to give this movie a 5 out of 10. It's not a bad adventure movie. I had a good time. I probably won't go rewatch it anytime soon, but as an Uncharted adaptation, I'm going to give it a 2 out of 10. Again, I'm hoping that this was done on purpose and these characters are going to evolve into what we have seen. But as of right now, it feels very foreign to an Uncharted game. But what about you guys? Have you seen Uncharted? What do you think? Leave a comment below and let me know. Do you think this is a W for video game adaptations, or do you think this is a huge loss? Let me know about that as well. And if you guys made it this far, make sure to like the video and subscribe for reviews, reactions, and breakdowns. Also, check out my Twitch where I live stream 3 days a week. That's going to be linked in the description below, along with all the other socials. That is going to be it for me today, you guys. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll catch you in the next video. Peace!